You know the saying that life comes full circle? Well,
Yep.
here's a great example of that. Our relationship started and took root 34 years ago, right around here. And just recently, my mother's life, long and fruitful life, came to an end near here.
Yep.
That's life. It has a beginning and an end.
Always.
I'm Michelle, a longtime realtor.
I'm her husband, Mark, a television news anchor.
Together, we've started a podcast.
And we want to hear from you. So, let's talk.
We are in Oregon right now, in Central Oregon. Behind us, you see Smith
Beautiful.
Rock State Park.
It's gorgeous.
It rivals a lot of the national parks that we go to.
Great hikes.
It's right out of Bend and Redmond, Oregon. And Bend is where basically we met years ago. And you were a ski instructor.
Right.
And we're here for one reason this time, my mom's memorial. She passed away a few weeks ago. And we decided all the siblings, the kids, her kids, came together at this time, this week, for a memorial. So, and she's lived here for a few years. And
It's beautiful. The climate.
What a great place.
The climate is
Yeah.
amazing. It
Yeah.
is.
And we've hiked here in the past. This is a great hike. Remember the, what was it called?
It's like treacherous.
Yeah, Misery Ridge.
Misery Ridge, yeah.
Misery Ridge.
It's
You
kind of
climb
hard.
over the mountain here, and it's a great
It's a
hike.
good hike.
The rock formations are gorgeous. This part of the country is gorgeous. You were a ski instructor just a few miles from
Mount
here.
Bachelor. Yep. We get a lot of snow. A lot of snow. I froze that year.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And-
Whatever my fake ID said.
Right. and I believed it, or I thought you were older.
You thought I was
and I
older.
had just met you, and
Yeah.
I lived in a small town called Medford, Oregon, which is about 3.5 hours from here. So I'd come up here almost every weekend, and if I didn't, you'd go down to.
To see my aunt and uncle and my
Aunt and uncle.
cousins. Yeah.
Right.
And I would teach them how to ski until I couldn't anymore.
So we have a lot of history here.
Yeah, we do.
It's a beautiful part of the
Great
country.
little town,
Right.
too.
So this is where my parents, they moved to Oregon many years ago, and I think it was 1955 from Iowa. And I was born soon after that, so I was born and raised in Oregon. They lived in southern Oregon for many years. Then they moved to the Salem area, or Medford, I should say, first, also in southern Oregon. And then they moved to Salem, and then recently, in the last 4 or 5 years,
Yeah. Then they moved up here.
moved to Redmond to be closer to family up here to take care of them. My dad passed away 3 years ago, and after being married 73 years.
Yeah.
73 years.
That was rough.
Right. My mom was 18 years old.
Yeah. They lived on their own, though, a long time before she had to go move in with your sister just this last year.
Right.
Yeah. Lucky. Lucky.
Right. So we had the memorial. We were all there yesterday, and just went over the memories that we had of Mom. And so 73 years they had been married, and so we were thinking about. I did on their 70th wedding anniversary 6 years ago. I interviewed them, and we're going to do a few clips of that interview. And one was their wedding day.
Right.
So I asked him what that was like.
Oh, this was funny. Yeah.
Here's what my mom had to
Yeah.
say.
That morning, I had a hard time waking up because the night before, he gave me a sleeping pill, thinking I needed a good night's rest. I mean, he came up and then he went back to Iowa City, but he had given me a sleeping pill, and I was not used to any sleeping pill, so I felt he was trying to get rid of me the night before. I kicked off my shoes, the ones I was going to wear, and just went down in slippers. Right? It was a lovely wedding.
The church was pretty nice filled.
Full. And my wedding gown cost all of $30. It was beautiful. And my headpiece was crocheted by my grandmother and starched with sugar. I knew I was going to marry you when I first saw you. That was it. And we were old friends the day we met.
We sure were.
Can you believe that? A wedding dress, only $30?
No. Even my dress was $1,500. I know.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it kind of was 33 years ago.
33 years ago.
Yeah.
So $30 back then. By the time you see this, we'll have been to a wedding. We're flying from Oregon to Dallas for a wedding at the end of this week. So, and then next week, we're going to another wedding.
Going to Spain. Going to Canary Islands.
Yeah, we're going to Spain. Our youngest son, Tommy, is getting married to Ines. She's Spanish. So next week, we'll be at another wedding
Yeah,
in Spain.
it'll be different. I can't wait. Yeah,
That will be different. We're looking forward to that.
yeah,
Take a couple weeks off
Right.
and explore the Canary Islands,
right.
which is Spanish controlled, but it's closer to Africa than it is to Spain. I think it's just west of Africa, Morocco.
Morocco.
Morocco. So the climate's going to be really temperate,
Yeah,
very nice.
I can't
So,
wait.
yeah. So, you know, we talk about wedding dresses and weddings. They've gotten a little more expensive since 1945 when my parents got married.
Right. But your sister said at the memorial your mother made both of their dresses. That surprised me. I did not know that.
Yeah.
She made both their dresses.
She was really talented. I mean, that's something that I kind of dwelled on in my remarks, that she had such talent in everything, whether it's photography, and I think that's where I got my love of photography. Back in the day, she took all the pictures, and then she would complain that she's not in any of the pictures,
Like you do.
like I do.
Yeah.
But as I said at the memorial, if she had the cell phone, the iPhone, back in the day,
Yeah.
she would be taking
The
selfies.
selfies.
She'd be in all the pictures.
Yeah, true. She was pretty spry. She would have done that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so photography, painting, a lot of my pictures she decided to paint.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said, send me another picture.
Yeah.
We took a
Yeah, that maroon bells one actually
Right.
turned out really cute.
Maroon Bells outside of Aspen, Colorado.
Yeah.
And also her piano playing. I think that's what she was most talented
Yeah.
at. And anytime I would see her, she'd get down the piano.
How
and
would she
just-
play? How would she play?
Well, here's a little story that I told yesterday at the memorial. She played at my dad's memorial 3 years ago. So we had our three boys there. You remember this,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
All grown. So it came to the point where my mom would get up and go to the piano
Yeah.
and play during the memorial. And my mom's not one to sit right next to the piano. She likes to sit back, so she would take forever walking.
Well, this time she was in her walker.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like a grand entrance.
Yeah, of course.
So she's going very slow, like a sloth. You know, and she was
That's
90.
what you said at the memorial. That's terrible.
How old was she? She was like 90?
At that time, 92.
No,
She was 92.
92
Yeah.
years old. So she gets to the piano, and then it was like a still picture for a while. We thought, is this scene frozen?
We thought she
Because-
was going to cry.
Right.
Oh,
she
no.
was like hands above the keys, and then all of a sudden, whoa, like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
And all of her boys were
It was
going,
awesome.
whoa,
But whoa.
what happened to Grandma? But she loved to play the
It was
piano.
awesome. You need to show a clip of that.
Wow. So she was great at piano, great at cooking, raising 4 kids. She was a great short order chef, like you are, because we had 3 boys. And,
Cook, not chef, but cook.
Cook, short order cook. So she had, but it was during the days growing up, women didn't work as much as they do now.
Right.
That was more acceptable to be a housewife. She had all this talent.
Yeah.
In fact, they wanted her when she was young to be a classical pianist. And they wanted to give her lessons because she was that good.
Yeah.
But I think her parents said, no, we're not going to do that.
Right.
So she just played hymns.
She got her MRS degree.
Right. She said she went to college for one reason, to get her MRS degree.
Yeah.
And she got that. She nabbed her husband.
The cool thing about your mom was, when I went into real estate, she was like, go for it. She was all for it.
Right.
Yeah. She always encouraged me to sell real estate and be independent. And she was always so encouraging.
But the really remarkable thing nowadays, especially, they were married 73 years.
Yeah.
That's unheard of nowadays.
Yeah.
And so during the interview, I asked them, what did it take to last that long?
This is a good one.
Yeah.
We're just astounded at that. And when we tell other people 70 years, they just astounded, like they haven't known others married that long.
Commitment to our vows. Absolute commitment to our vows. I mean, if we promised that, we were going to stay by that promise.
It was really a promise to God.
Right. We never ever considered separating. Yeah, they say murder, yes.
What? Separation, no. Murder, maybe yes. I like that.
She's not wrong.
Right. She had spunk, didn't she?
That's not it. That's the wrong word. Spirit.
She had spirit.
My dad always says that, well, Michelle has spirit. That's his excuse for my crazy behavior to Mark. If Mark gets mad at me, he's always said this. First of all, he calls me sugar, which is great. And then he'll say, well, Michelle has spirit.
Yeah. So that's our joke. Yeah. When you misbehave or something like that, I go, yeah, you got spirit.
I got spirit.
Yeah. So that was my mom. She did have a lot of spirit.
Yeah, she did.
To the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
So and another thing that we did as growing up as a family, we did a lot of camping. And that's why we loved to go to spots like this. And you grew up that way too.
We didn't camp like you guys did.
We were in a tent.
We camped in a
were roughing it.
hotel.
That's not camping. Okay.
Doesn't matter. It still felt like I was outside. When you open the window, I was totally outside.
Yeah. But we went to national parks. We went all around national parks. We went to places like this. We never made it to here, even though we were like 4 hours away. But this is a gorgeous
We went to
spot.
so many other. You can only go to so many places.
Yeah.
You know, Oregon's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's part of that video.
We spent many summers camping as a family, and everybody enjoyed it.
And we had some wonderful times. Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens and being on Spirit Lake and the Tetons and the Yellowstone, Lassen.
you saw there was of Grand Teton National Park, and that's our favorite spot to go.
Love it.
And
Yeah.
we go there every year. We're going back again this year. And we don't go in a tent, though,
Nope. Nope.
because it was a compromise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I would go in a tent. You probably wanted to go in a hotel, go to a hotel.
It's like
or
glamping.
Right. So we go on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans, and we both love it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
It's the best. You can't do
Right.
a national park any other way better than how, in my opinion, I've done many national parks, and this is by far the best way to see the wildlife, not leave the park and go to a hotel and then come back the next day. Don't do that. No.
Yeah, because if you, the lodging there is not cheap.
No.
It can be hundreds of dollars a night. So you feel like you're spending that much money.
And you have to go back to the hotel.
Right. And you think,
Every
well,
day.
I've got to, I'm spending that money, I've got to go back to that hotel or that lodge for several hours to enjoy it.
No, we ran a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, and it has like a queen-size bed. It has a duvet on top, down duvet. It has a mattress topper. It's very comfortable, and I'm not joking around. It has a shower inside. It has a little potty. Anyways, gosh,
Yeah.
we're like a commercial for that guy.
We
We should
are.
get a free week.
We should.
Hey, Moterra. Hey, listen up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Moterra.com.
We really just need to buy one.
Actually, go Moterra.com. So,
And we started doing that well before the pandemic.
Right.
So
yeah.
we
were
started the
in.
trend. We did.
Yeah.
I'm serious. We did.
But growing up, we did the tent, and then we graduated to these little camper pop-up tents, trailers.
Yeah. Right. Which are great.
They're great. So you see 6 people in that, and you got a little, drama now and then. But having all 4 kids and
Yeah,
2 adults,
for
but
sure.
Our love of camping began there.
In my opinion, you're not a real family unless you have some kind of drama.
Right. Every family has drama.
That's right.
That's right. So, we're just saying goodbye to Mom, and we're sad, but also we know that she lived a long and fruitful life. So, and she kept saying the last 3 years after Dad passed away, they had been married 73 years, I want to be with Doug.
She missed him.
She missed him.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Right.
You're going to miss me.
Yes. It's not about us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's been reunited. They were apart for like 3 years, and now they're back together. So we're happy for that.